Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Upstage Rewind. I'm Missy Chrislyn Lashington, your host, and of course, producer of Upstage TV show. Today, tonight, wherever you are, whatever time it is, right now, we are actually going to dive into a great conversation with loads of artists, entertainers in the building, as well as as an executive producer of a brand new rhythm that's just launched. So make sure you call up everyone, let them know that we are live right now on Upstage Rewind. We have loads of people waiting to have the conversation. Here's a little sneak peek of the people who are going to be joining the conversation today. But of course, we are going to get into it very soon once you tell your peoples that the conversation is here. Big up to everyone watching live on the Upstage TV show Facebook page as well as YouTube channel. And also, big up to everyone watching on Ride Along on Facebook as well. This is what we do on Upstage TV show and Upstage Rewind. We feature our entertainers in the performing industry as well as the creative arts industry. We're all about arts and everything artsy and people following their passions and living their dreams. And we dive into those conversations right here on Upstage Rewind. So join me for it and be sure to click the follow button. So here's what. There is a brand new rhythm in town. It's called the Dahsay Riddim, but I might be corrected on that pronunciation. Thankfully, I have the executive producer in the house, Ian Charles. He's going to be joining me right about now to help me out with that pronunciation. Hey, Ian, how are you doing?
Hey Missy, how are you?
I am good. I am good. I am good. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, keeping us connected with all this good music.
The pleasure is mine. And again, thank you for having me. This is second year you guys having us, so we definitely appreciate it.
Of course, we're here for it. And you are in charge of Jambalasi Grenada. So, first of all, tell us what is Jambalasi?
So Jambalasi Grenada is an organization that is really interested in the documenting and the preserving and the recording of Grenada's cultural heritage, with specific interest in the music. And more so jazz music, but just music in general. So this rhythm, yes, you pronounce it right, Dahsay Riddim, is actually spelled Danze, which is Danze, but in terms of just colloquial spelling, we spelled it Dahsay, Dahsay Riddim.
Mm.
And it's a take on Zouk. It's actually a old Mass International 1990 Zouk called Dance the Night Away. Because what we're seeing is that Mass International is one of the premier bands in the Caribbean throughout. And what happened is that the Jambalasi and the Jab have taken over the identity of the band. However, the band's musical catalog it's solid. So we wanted to showcase another part of the band's catalog, which was the Zouk music, which they did, and they fused the contemporary stuff from the U.S., the French Caribbean, and kind of formed their own song called Labe music. So on this rhythm, it's gonna make you dance. The bass line is danceable. Hold a woman and jam, hold a man and jam. We have Valley Ned, we have Crave, Hasty HD. You might know Hasty as Hasty Killer, who gave you Miranda, Anaconda back in the day. You have Jap.
Miranda.
Over yonder. She want the big long anaconda.
Right, right, right.
So you actually have Pinky Fabulous featuring Jab King as well. You have the man Skinny Bantan. You have Brother B, and you have Heartless. Heartless is actually a former St. Andrews soca monarch, and the rhythm is heavily based out of Labe. So we had to have someone representing Labe in a very influential role. So big up Heartless. He's from the MPS Deva crew. I must say good night to him. He was unable to make it today.
No problem, but big up to him same way. Now it's
Yeah,
interesting that you mentioned Zouk because there's a lot of French influence in the origins of soca music,
that's right.
which a lot of people don't know about. Are you able to tell us just a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, well, that's another reason for this record. It's so Zouk it comes from the French Caribbean, and it's about the bass line, the kumpa in the soca. A Jamo sang about it a couple of years ago, and it's literally about the bass lines, and The 1990 Mars International Dance the Night Away literally took that bass line. It was played by Leon Charles. He's actually the guy on the cover of the artwork. We really want to shed some light in onto the zouk, the French Caribbean flavor, and you're going to fuse it with our flavor, and you're going to get something that is very, very, very danceable.
I like it. And as you spoke about the cover, let's give people a little teaser of that cover right now for the Dahsay Riddim. Yes, indeed. And welcome to everyone who just came upstage with us. We have, of course, we're talking to Ian Charles, who is the executive producer of this rhythm, but we also have Hasty HD in the building, Valine in the building, Brother V in the building, and Pinky Fabulous is also in the building. Good evening to everyone.
Special good evening.
Good afternoon.
Awesome. Good afternoon. Yeah, man, because somebody might be watching this at a different time. Awesome. So we're going to dive into conversations with each one of you quickly before, of course, giving people a teaser of the song. You know what I mean? 'Tis the season, even though we don't officially have the season. But I think it's important that, you're releasing music and keeping us spirited during this time. So big up to all of you for releasing some music for us. Now, Ian, tell us a little bit about what an executive producer does when it comes to a rhythm. Because we hear about rhythms all the time. We hear it on the radio. There's one rhythm, people singing over it. But tell us, what is the back end of that type of arrangement?
Well, it's pretty simple. The executive producer is the person who literally spearheads the project, coordinates the project, gets the project going. So from everything from getting the music going, to getting the artists involved, to linking with the graphic designer, to getting all the IPI numbers for your copywriting, for voicing, literally putting the whole project together. Is
And when
literally
you said IPI number, like you just went gibberish on me right there. What is that?
Okay, so a big part of it for us for Jambalasi Grenada is to ensure that everybody on the rhythm has their own, gets their own just reward. So copywriting is very, very, very integral for us. So IPI is your personal ID number. If you join any sort of copyright society, you're going to get an IP number. And once you register the music now, and you register your number with the music, your royalties comes to you in whatever percentage was agreed upon between the artist and the executive producer. So it's more or less safeguarding the music and making sure that everybody gets the just rewards. So actually today, that's what we spent most of the day doing today, just registering all the songs and getting all the IPIs. Who have IPIs, who don't have IPIs, we're going to get it. So we want to make sure that the music lives on and people have some level of royalties coming to them in the right way. I mean, a million views on YouTube is cool, but you can't bring a million views on YouTube to the bank. They don't want to see that.
Facts. It can't pay your bills.
It can't pay your bills.
But I like that you're making sure that the business side of it is taken care of, because at the end of the day, right? I mean, most of our entertainers have to find some other source of income in Grenada, but you also have some who solely depend on music. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's so good to hear that you're focusing on that. Valine, do you have anything to add here? Valine, can you hear me? Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, brother B, chime in, chime in. How important is it to have that business side of music for you as an entertainer?
It's very important, though. Are you hearing me, though? I just want to make sure.
I can
You
hear
guys
you,
hearing me?
yes.
Loud and
Perfectly
clear.
clear.
Okay. Yes, it's very important, for that side of the music, because as Ian would have said a while ago, you can't bring 1 million views, to the bank, it just don't work, you see it. So
Don't work
the
so.
business side of it is very important, though, and I think is important for more artists to get involved, in knowing the business side of it, because as the saying goes, though, this music don't have pension.
Mm.
You don't
Mm-hmm.
have no pension, so this is very important, though. So that's my take on it, though.
And Hasty, I have to get accustomed to saying Hasty HD. Hasty HD, back when you used to do Anaconda and all those songs that had us, getting on the Carnage Juve
Pumping.
morning. What was the business side of it like then? Did you have all these types of IPI fancy things going on?
Not really, Them time there, I was just doing it for the love of the music because it was a part of me. Music is a part of me, so I was just doing it for the love of the music. I never was
Right.
so involved in the IPI and these things, but it makes sense because at the end of the day, after yapping, you need to eat something.
Facts. And you can't eat views on YouTube,
Real
Kind
talk.
of
right?
views.
I see Zingo is in the house. He's saying IPI is Industrial Production Index for all partners or parties to collect their share. Big up Zingo
That's
in the
Real
right.
house.
Must big up the go exactly.
Right? So many people paved the way for where we are today, right? So it's good to have the support in the meantime. Now we have a young artist in the building, Crave. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly because you have an interesting spelling of it. Crave, tell us how you came to partner with Ian Jambalasi on this project.
All right, so pleasant good night to everybody. Hope you can hear me okay.
Yes,
Loud and
Pleasant good
clear.
night.
All right,
we're
excellent.
hearing you and the crickets behind you. Okay.
Oh my, oh my. Benefits of living in the country, right? They're singing us a lullaby right now.
So talk to us
Uh,
about Dahsay Riddim and Crave.
yeah, so definitely enjoying being on this rhythm. It's a pleasure working with the whole gang. As you can see, there's a special unity and togetherness about all of us. And having three artists from St. Mark's is definitely a benefit. Um, definitely enjoying working along with people like Brother B and Hasty. These guys are veterans, people that I look up to when I was younger. So definitely great to be alongside them. And it's been a blessing to work with Ian because, as you said, he's the executive producer. He organizes the entire background, and he does it quite efficiently. Keeps us all in the loop. Makes sure that he shares the love. No one artist feels more praise than the other. Everybody just feels the love and the togetherness, and it really just makes this a really great project. It makes it special to me.
That's amazing. And for real, like there's a difference on the media side of things when I receive information about new songs and all that sort of thing. There's a difference when you get information from Ian. Like he makes sure there's a press release, there's artwork, there's information. Like I have a little blurb on every artist on the rhythm. So Ian, big up yourself.
Big
Big
up
up your
yourself.
Big
hood,
up Ian. Yeah,
right?
man. Big up
Proper
Ian.
thing.
Proper thing.
Lord.
Now, tell us a little bit about the producer. Is it one producer for all the songs on the rhythm?
All right. So yeah, so we work with two producers. All the projects that Jambalasi Green have been involved with. The lead producer is Nodley Frederick, and that is not by mistake. That is by design. I mean, just to give a background on Nodley, Nodley is a legend. To put it simple, he was the man behind Talpri Old Woman, Papa Jerry Police, Mario Castle Catholic, the first ever rhythm made in Grenada, cell phone rhythm, the entire rhythm mix catalog. And you know, rhythm mix catalog is heavy. You know, you have
Mhm.
suck the bottle head, jab, jab, criminal. A jab is always a jab. And what we realize is that most of our projects are mass international based, and these guys are musicians. So it's kind of rough for a non-musician to interpret musician work. So Nolly Frederick is the lead producer on the rhythm, but we also work with Deva MPS. He's like a young legend, man. He produced Skinny Bantan's Soak It Good. I'm sure everybody knows Soak It Good. Slum, throw some oil in it. Yeah, that was a Deva production. So we wanted to mix the youth with the tradition. So on this particular project, we have Nolly Frederick and we have Deva MPS coming together to give you that youth versus tradition.
I like that. I like that because your music is merging a bit of both, which is really good. You know what's so funny?
Yeah.
Hearing the words "suck the butter head" said so properly, right? You know, like suck the butter
Well,
head, like
listen, listen. Yeah. If I can give a take, if I can give a take on that, listen to me, man.
yeah.
I remember as a youngster, yo, these tunes that them had me going, man, had me going. So, that within itself, though, just gave me that feeling though when I was called on, to be a part of that, to know Mass Internet, yo, I mean, so much hits, they put on the line though, and then I get a
Hmm.
call, brother, be listen though, I want you to be a part of that. It's an honor, man. It's an honor, man.
It's an
Yes,
honor to
man.
have you, a man like Brother B. Yeah, you paved the way for a lot of people.
Blessings, man.
A
Give
lot of
thanks, man.
people. You know, we want to reflect that on those other timeless rhythms, and you guys did an awesome job. I must say something, Missy. This
Yeah.
rhythm in particular, this rhythm, I told most people before the rhythm launch, like, yo, for some reason, I'm very, 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 very excited about this rhythm because we did other rhythms, wonderful rhythms, classic rhythms, and very exciting, but there's a special buzz with this rhythm that is different. So, and I think it has to do with the cast. You know, I must big up Skinny Bantam. Skinny Bantam was very, very, very
Yeah, man,
influential
full 100, man.
in the rhythm and full hundred in Hasty Killer being on the rhythm. You know, so
Straight
I
up.
must big him up to the 100.
And speaking of this cast,
Smart.
Pinky Fabulous,
Hi, good night.
you
Good night to
you
the entire team.
Yes,
you
man.
have a
Yes, man.
Good night.
collaboration with Jab King on this. So talk to us about the process of working along with Jab King, representing Southside
Of
on
course.
the Dahsay Riddim.
The king and the queen of the south.
Indeed, indeed.
That's
Anyway,
right.
when Ian called me, I mean, I know Ian for a very long time, but when he called me about this project, and I gave it a bit of thought, the same day I called him back and I said, all I'm hearing on this is the music sweet. It's like, that's what I'm hearing. And he said, well, that's a good idea. And then I said, let me sleep on it, and I'll create something like midnight. I normally get up and I would write. And he said, okay. But then the next day, he called me excited. You don't mind doing a collab with Jab King? I say, of course. I said, but did you speak to him already? He said, yeah, man. He said, yes. I said, well, okay. And, we made a date and we put things together. And when we got to the studio, I just started saying, the music sweet. That's why I love it bad. He said, yeah, boy. I say, yeah, put that on. Don't make joke with that. Jab King excited. And everything just, start falling in place.
Yeah.
Everything just formulated so quick, so fast. And the song just was there and we put it together. And then while we're doing it, I'm thinking like, the jab coming down Market Hill in those days. We never had big truck playing music. It was just big drum. I mean, I was a little girl, but I used to run away and go, you know, to be in the thing. So I have
Mhm.
a bit of idea, and then I remember going to Rainbow City, me, Don, Pulse, a lot of them. Well, Ian know that we had crew, and we used to go up there. It was like a big thing. So I know all these things were like a collaboration coming together, creating this cultural. celebration with this music. And I really understand how it meant so much to Ian, because when we speak about it, I can feel the passion within his voice for this project. I'm very serious. So this rhythm is not just a rhythm. It was something that I know meant from deep down inside him. So I wanted to do something special on it. And me and Jab just come together and it's just magical.
Ian, she's saying
Hey,
that it means something special to you. What does it mean to you?
well, the my background is Mars International. Those are my uncles for people who doesn't know that, or who don't know that, and definitely is very special because you're more or less taking up a legacy that has it's a very potent, a very rich legacy, and you don't want to taint it, or you don't want to you want to live up to it. So it's just an honor working with the music, and it's something that means a tremendous amount to us. And like I say, having the artists understand that is even more blessings. So we know whatever they put on going to be something of worth, and it wouldn't be kind of slapdash, anything goes, because it means a lot, and it represents not just a family, it represents a time, it represents a culture, it represents a place, and we really want to do our best to maintain it, and to document the legacy. So she's 100% right. Very, very, very dear to me.
I
That's
love
very
it. I love it.
wonderful.
So listen, it's time to get a little feel. A little feel. Notice I have my lights. My lights is gonna start doing all sorts of craziness.
I like that
Because,
background.
right? Because we need to get a flavor. We start in the season
Right,
properly
right.
right here on Upstage Rewind. So, but before I do that, I really want to hear a little something from Hasty. I want you to take me back to Anaconda. Please, please take me back. Please.
On some on that corner. From the bad weather, the big snake had gone. But if you want to bring it back, we can do that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a little acapella.
Yeah. Make me talk about the girl in Miranda, shout me out there all over yonder. Watch the girl put up on the veranda, tell me how long she on the big anaconda. Who girl when in Miranda, shout me out there all over yonder. Watch the girl put up on the veranda, tell me how long she on the big anaconda. Miranda tell me she was a little naked, time to walk, nigga moving like he hungry. Now the pony like in Kentucky, then fuck girl, nigga nasty. Come the phone and she come call yes, speaking of that, get him heavy. We're gonna come now, pin the belly,
Yo,
fuck of the weed. When I see Miranda, she dip on veranda. You see, she calling to it, you know?
Hey,
She want the
hey.
anaconda.
yeah.
Oh Lord.
Listen, you know what's so funny is that
Listen
as a
to
child,
me.
like you're much
Vibes,
younger,
man.
you didn't really know what's going on in the song, but the song hot. So it's
Yeah.
interesting hearing the song again now.
Man,
True, true.
listen.
Brother B, it's only fair that you give us a flavor
Listen.
of
I
anything you want.
firmly believe that. Yeah.
Tell us.
No, no, but guess what though? With Ace the Killer though, as you mentioned him a while ago, I think he was only fair to be on the Dahsay Riddim, because you know what, that flavor that we know growing up though with Miranda though, and then to know that you were you're back on the Jambalaya Rhythm, man, you get a little old school vibes in it, because at the same time you would hear General PP and everything them time. You should never
Mhm,
True,
ever never say.
true,
So
true,
it's
true,
like
Hmm.
true.
it's
Yes.
the coming back there and with the jam.
Crystal Spat and all
Listen
them,
to me,
man.
listen to me. This is an iconic. This is a yes, my brother. This is an iconic moment, though. And listen, the reason why it's an honor, though. The reason why it's an honor to say that it's an iconic moment is the fact that this is where the jam music have start. This is where it start, and I firmly believe to know where you're going, you have to know where you come out. You see what I'm saying? For
true,
me now,
true.
I ain't asking you for more, just give it a little wine. Rump and wine, just give it a little wine. Shake your behind, just give it a little wine. Right now is that's the time, so give it a little wine.
Yes, that.
Perfect, perfect. Listen, people talking about Victoria Soca Monarch, Victoria representing loud on the rhythm. You sure
Yeah,
is
Victoria love.
lave? your show is Lave or is Sunset City?
It's
Because
it's
it looking like Sunset City right now.
It's lab. Where's the queen? Where's the queen, Valine?
yeah.
Queen, she's it seems like she's having some connection issues. So we're gonna keep
Mm,
on trying to get her connected. We're also trying to get Jab King connected as well. But in the
okay.
meantime, let's get into the Dahsay rhythm. And I like that you said it's Dahsay. I didn't realize it was a play on that, and that takes me back
Yeah.
to that Marshall Montano song. Dahsay,
Yeah.
Dahsay, Dahsay with me,
Exactly.
baby.
Yeah.
Right.
DNZ is Zouk, you know. I said it's French
Mm-hmm.
because when you really get down to the nitty-gritty of carnival, carnival is a French celebration. So we got those carnival celebrations coming from the French.
Mm-hmm.
So is the right pronunciation is DNZ, Danze, but colloquial, we're gonna do our thing, Grenadian, that's it.
Boom, I like it. Now, listen, one more serious topic before we dive into a little bit of dancing.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
What are y'all's
No.
opinion on the fact that government is trying to remove Carnival Monday and Tuesday as bank holidays this year? Opinions, opinions. Whoever
Okay,
wants to start,
me.
go.
Well, guess what? That too, I can understand why he's doing it because I think Mr. Christie, he knows that the entire nation, if he have that holiday, is going to play jab. But we're still going to play jab anyway.
Loudly.
These are not the views of Upstage TV show. I'm just gonna say that. Put that disclaimer.
This is the views of Pinky Fabulous. We
The
are
rest
going to
of us.
play jab. Jab is in the vein. So whether or not we're going to play jab, I think he knows that, but it's something that he has to do, and I respect that. We have to understand this is a crisis worldwide, so he has to do that to maintain a sort of control. That's what I think it's all about.
Okay, so you just think it's a necessary one coming from
Yes,
power.
but
Hasty,
the
what's your thoughts? Tell me,
My
spill,
Pinky.
thought is,
but the oil must spill.
boss, boss doing me have to do, I guess,
They say horn is a must. If without
But
horn,
for
you
me,
can't play jab.
I say, if you watch face guy, the jab jab, so there's nothing changed for me. As a jab jab, you have to
Right,
play it and you just have to play it. Even if I had to play it in my yard,
right. I mean,
master the
that's a
play,
good
man.
option. That's a good
Nope,
safe option.
Yes.
master the play, man.
We have some comments coming in, boy. People saying Vaco gonna play too.
There's no
Kizzy is
victory out
saying
here. It's a must.
Jab must play.
Must, must.
The Mas would play. Free up the holidays. Mas will play regardless.
Real
Crave,
talk.
what are you thinking? What's
Real
your
talk.
thoughts on that move to try to remove the bank holidays?
I think Pinky was making a good point actually. I think she was making a good point about trying to maintain some level of control by, removing the holiday. That means a mass of people won't, be on break and stuff like that. So I think that's a good point. But as she said, a mask will play, regardless.
Real talk, man.
You can't stop the mask. You can't stop it.
Yeah. You hear this new tune, Missy Chrissy? You
Which
could take
one?
the holiday, but a mass must play. You could take the holiday.
Brother B, what's your take? What are you hearing in the streets? Brother B, can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, I can hear you though. I can hear you. Well, I think that Pinky made a very good point. However, this is just the time that it is really hard for us. We are used to that time though. You see what I'm saying? It's just like something that take over us around that time. However, we have to respect, the leader, respect what is going on right now. But nevertheless, though, we still gonna find a time to shake a leg and play a mass. Is what I'm saying. You don't have to be, in the public. You know what I mean? Like we, you know what I mean. But we're gonna find a way to, because it's just something that is of us. You see what I'm saying? Right now, we feeling that way. You're getting music, you're getting vibes. We know it from the time that June hit. I say June. I say, well, we say April though because we come from St. Mark's. The ending of what Rose over, the last weekend Rose over. We on pace, we on vibes. So there you go.
It's
It's
so
hard,
funny.
man. I'm telling you.
Zingo is saying Christmas wasn't taken away.
Mm.
Yeah. I think Christmas is a mellow time where you spend more time with your family.
The energy
People
is
don't,
different.
the energy is different. We have
Yeah.
to understand how the thing works.
Allenton is saying carnival is a vibration.
Yes.
Now, as they're saying big up Camp Sound, Ian, tell me, Ian just disappeared. Oh my gosh, what just happened? I was just moving to Ian. Unless that was a good way to not have to comment on the situation.
I think that was strategic. I think that was strategic.
Yeah.
Strategic dip out.
Strategic exit.
Oh my gosh, Shane is saying, let's sing good morning. Girl is Juve, wake up. There we go. So here's what, y'all. As Ian is trying to make his way back into the conversation, let's get the feel of the Dahsay Riddim. Brother B, I would love for you to start us off and give us a little
Definitely.
vibe on your song on the Dahsay Riddim.
Okay, well, the name of my song on the Dahsay Rhythm is Lockdown. The reason for it is I made it in the pandemic, and with everything that was going on, the curfew was so regular though that we got used to it, to be honest though. But when Ian sent the rhythm to me, I was like, what I can relate, what I can put on the track that people can relate to, and it was basically lockdown at that moment though, and me telling them free up because the people want to free up. So that's where my idea come from though. The party is lockdown, the feel lockdown, the session is tell them come and open up, boy, cause it's time to fatter. So there you go though, yeah.
Awesome. Welcome back to Ian, who strategically disappeared
Mm-hmm.
No,
as
no,
it
no,
was
The slot
as
talking all nice and neat.
no, I
as it
don't.
was your turn to
No,
comment.
no. Listen,
You just vanished.
no, I don't know what happened. No, 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 no. You see, it's a rough position to be in. The government is in a rough position. Everybody's in a rough position. So
Right.
What?
it's 50-50 along the lines. I mean, we saw what happened last year, and I think this year is going to be it might be twice times that because the energy is a little bit different this year. People are kind of getting back into some kind of form of normalcy. So I think I think this year going to be twice times the last year. So I'm not 100% sure what difference the holiday not having the holiday will make. But I could understand. It's a rough place to be for any world leader right now.
Right, right, right. Someone is
Yeah.
saying something here. I'm going and sit down on the side by Quick Stop as normal. Carnival Monday and Tuesday. I have to imagine all these pretty women in their fancy costumes, just as I do in every year on the lagoon.
I
Big up
tell you,
yourself,
the
logged with
effect
Quick Stop.
the effect Carnival is having on people. You understand the power, eh?
And people saying plus
Yes,
foreigners coming in, so it's more mass. They taking
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
holiday
yeah.
is craziness. It's interesting because when you take a holiday, when you remove a holiday, there's a big ripple effect because people use holidays to do different things. They've planned
True.
these holidays way in advance. You know what I mean? Like people make plans to travel or their vacation. Church groups do different things. But then, even people who get paid, like hotel workers, if you're working on a holiday, you get double pay, so you're looking forward to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But taking it away also means that there's a little bit more money generated for certain businesses, which is a
True.
whole other
True.
conversation. So, anyways, this is light and we're dancing. Let me get my strobe lights. So we got a little tease from Brother B. Hasty, let's go. Give me a little something from the Dahsay Riddim.
My tune on the Dahsay Riddim is no mind your business.
Hey.
Go in a store and pick up all fancy clothes and all them things, do up your hair, all them things, just to go in a session and stand up in a corner to see what Rashid may be doing or Baby Killer may be doing or whoever may be doing, you know what I mean? So I had it mind your business. What you see in the party, let it stay in the party. And what you see in a fete, let it stay in the fete. You're too damn fast. Leave people business alone. Leave it alone and just try to mind your own. Simple.
Hey,
You
I
see,
like
you
it.
need
I like
people business,
it.
right?
I like it. I like it. Crave, tell
Yes,
us a little
sir.
bit about your song.
Well, my song is actually called Soca Stories. Um, it really is, just myself reminiscing on all the different traditions and stuff that my parents who passed on have left behind, and just reminding myself to live life to the fullest, and take grab every moment by the horns, because you never know when what day is gonna be your last.
All right, cool, cool. And it seems like we just lost Pinky, but hopefully she comes back in. So if I am to play the rhythm behind, or Ian, are you able to play the rhythm?
Instrumental.
Yeah, maybe, and then people can just go based on on how they hear it. Hopefully
Well,
there's no
let
hopefully
me
there's
know
no
if
serious delay.
you guys could hear it.
Okay.
Are you hearing it?
Yeah, I can hear it. So I want just a little something on the rhythm. We want to hear
Oh
the
God,
at least the hook.
all right. Love the music.
Whatever you're going
Oh
through.
God, man.
Wheel out.
I ain't hearing you, I ain't hearing you.
Yeah, and I feel you have to pull it back up, cause I catch a
Yeah,
delay.
wheel
I
out,
Ah,
wheel
catch a
out,
delay.
wheel out, wheel out, wheel
we
out.
love. Hold
Rasta
on.
man, wheel out.
Tune
Yeah, cause
again.
you pull up. Cause I catch it though. I got a delay. Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed to be a delay, brother B.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The party is lock down. The session is lock down.
Yeah.
But you can only waste down. The party is lock down. Yeah, you get in the delay though. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
tell them come and open up, boy. Cause you know it's time to fatter. Tell them open up, boy. And just hold on, wait. The minister ran heavy debate. And just so they give the curfew, got to be inside about it. Yeah, the delay is strong though.
Yeah, you have a
Yeah,
delay
Yeah.
on
listen
it.
though, Ian, cut off the rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
cause
just do it without, yeah.
yeah, the delay is
You had to
heavy
either
though.
have it on your side or not. So maybe give
Yeah,
us a
man,
little
yeah, man, yeah.
acapella vibe, man.
Yes,
Let's
man.
hear that voice.
And yeah, I do it in a cappella. I do it in a cappella. Yes, man. Yes, definitely. Jambola say, all right. Lobby music. The parties, lock down the sessionists, lock down the fetities, lock down, but you can only waste down the parties, lock down the sessionists, lock down the fetities, lock down, but you cannot tell them come and open now, oh, yeah. Cause you know it's time to fetter. Tell them open now, oh, yeah. It's time to ease the stressor. Oh God. Hold on, wait. The minister and heavy debate. And just so they give the curfew, got to be inside about 8. Hold on, low. Oh, no. 2020 man, that buffer, so. As soon as I reach the road, the police in Talprivy saying low. Oh, God, the parties. Lock down the session is. Lock down the fetish.
Bruh.
Lockdown, but you cannot be with down the
Bruh,
parties.
bruh, bruh.
Lockdown the companies. Yeah.
Crave, crave. Give us a
Yes,
little
man.
teaser. Give us a little something.
Acapella, man.
Big up,
Yes,
brother
man.
B.
Yeah, big up brother be on that tune, man. Love that song. Honestly, I just want to say I can't get none of these songs out of my head. You know, like the
Yes,
last
man.
time I had to go on an interview and I was like, which one is mine again? Because all of these songs
Big
are
up,
just
man.
so
Big
good.
up.
Dub dub. So let's hear which one is yours. Hopefully you can remember right now and don't
Yeah,
sing somebody
yeah.
else's song. Let's
So
go.
mine goes, I remember stories when my mother tell me about soca. She says stay by me to joy and happiness all over. Though loved ones may pass on, the memories never pass to it. And the things they left behind, you know that thing that they pass to it. So all of the passion that my mama she left behind, I take that and I turn that into mine. I'm gonna live my life to the best. Try to have time for no stress. Every day I bring in the
Oh
best
boy.
vibe. Boy, cause we don't know when gonna be we time.
Okay.
So let's just live with life. So God help those who try. So hey, I'm gonna live my life to the best, best, best. I don't have time for no stress, no stress. Every fat tie up in his vibes. For me from on the other side. When they ask me, Crave, what do you tell them? I fetting for two.
Hey, big up, 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 big up. I love it. I'm fetching for two. You're fetching so much, it could be for another person too, right?
Exactly, exactly.
I love it. Zingo, I agree. This needs to happen live on stage. Hopefully, we can make something happen. Hey, Steve, it looks like you're closing off for us.
Nah, man. Yeah.
Let's go.
Black Eyes, this
Let's
one
get a
is for
vibe on
you.
your song.
Black Eyes, what you see in the party, leave it in the party, amen. What you see in the party, make it stay in the party. What you see in our fair, just try to keep a secret. What you see in the party, let it stay in the party. What you see in our fair, just try to keep. I find you too damn fast. Will you leave people business alone? Leave it alone and just try to mind your own. You're damn fast. Will you leave people business alone? Leave it alone and just try to mind your own. Man whining and woman whining and man too. When you're doing people wrong, wrong does come back and haunt you. Working for she money, so she spend it as how she want to. So why you minding she business for when she business for minding her? What you see in the party, let it stay in the party, and it's that.
And
Yes.
is that. Big up to all of y'all. Thank you so much, Hasty. It's so good to get the acapella and hear your voices and get that little energy. And you saying woman whining on man, man whining on woman. I seriously felt the tabanka in my heart. Like
Crazy
it
talk.
it it hit me. I was just like, boy, Jetty, we ain't gonna
Sure.
be on the carnage this year, yo.
You know, I
Like
Again. I first second
again.
you.
again.
Man. Again.
You know
That's
what? Let
crazy.
me tell you what has happened to me Juve morning. There's a point in time on Juve morning where I slow down and I take in everything. Like I see everybody. I see the thousands of people on the road and I'm just like, this is crazy. Right? It's crazy, but I love it. And I feel like it's almost like you're feeling your ancestors saying, yes, this is what you should be doing right here, right now. And then I get sad when Juve ends because I feel at the end of Juve, because I love Juve so much as compared to like Pretty Mass and thing, I feel sad at the
Yeah.
end of Juve
Real
morning.
talk.
I feel like Carnival is done.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, yo, 365 days and
Yeah.
a quarter before I could do this again. And we doing
Exactly.
this twice now.
Twice. Insane.
The
But
struggle is
different
real.
times.
Different times. But I think what's cool is that we found ways, at least some of us have found ways to get that outlet, to get that release. What are some of the ways as creative people that you have been finding that type of release for your expression, given that we haven't celebrated Carnival now for 2 years? Who wants to take it?
Okay, well, who want to go first?
Well, Ian, I feel as you. I feel as you right now.
No, well, strange enough, from since the corona started to now, we've worked on a lot of rhythms. We already have the rhythm for next year already finished, and it's in the hands of those. Because the strange things about rhythms. Sometimes the crew that you start off with and the crew that you end with is two different crews. But the rhythm for next year is already out, so work is being done. Also, we've came up with an immersive experience, an immersive space, the Jab House, which actually really comes into very handy right now as it brings the sights and songs of Juve Morning to you. So we did some work on it. We did some improvements. It now has a solar system, so it powers its own self, and so we did that.
Up
Yes,
to the
the job.
time, wrong to the money.
Exactly. The job house has its own power right now, so that's
I
cool.
love
But it
it.
also gives us a chance to actually link and network with other creatives. So the time I think the time for most people was a positive one. Yes, we know things are rough. Jobs are lost. People are confused or kind of pressure with the vaccine. We know all that, but I think all in all, this time was a time you could actually reset and kind of reinvent yourself, or everybody back at the starting line. Yeah.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. I love it. Thank you so much. Now tell us, of course, where can we get the Dahsay Riddim? Where can we stream it? Where can we buy it?
All right, so right now the Dahsay Rhythm is now playing on your favorite radio and internet station. It's going to be available. It's going to be live on all digital platforms on the 14th of July. That is less than a week. I think it's next week Wednesday or next week Tuesday. It's going to be live
Next
on
week,
all
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be live on all platforms, like I said, and that is actually by design why it's not up on this platform, because we wanted to make sure that once it hits these stores, that everything is copywritten. Everybody got is everybody's registered and got their just dues. So we wanted to give it some rotation on the island and versus everybody just have it. So it's like a buzz, but it's going to be officially out via DistroKid on the 14th of July. So look out, stream it, click it, share it, like it, love it, and support the artists, support Grenada, support the producers. Everybody's going to get. Remember, 30 seconds. Once you stream for 30 seconds, it's going to count as a stream. And Spotify is now in the Caribbean, taking the Caribbean numbers. So it's a good for everybody involved.
Good to know. Good to know. Now,
Yeah.
as we wrap up, fellas, anything you want to say to your peoples before we close off this Upstage Rewind? Crave?
For me, for me, I want to big
Yeah,
up
well, first,
all the supporters
yeah,
that say
well, yeah,
them.
right, go on.
In case people don't know about it, the supporters are urge you to share it and make it be as successful as possible. I want to big up my brother Skinny Bantan for bringing me back on the scene, because it come like Skinny Bantan and invoke me. Real talk.
That's
Big
true.
up my parents, big up my son, and big up everybody who locked in and live. Big up all the artists on the rhythm same way.
I
I
love
hope
it.
to
I
see
love
that
it.
in
I love it.
the near
I
future.
love it. Amazing. Crave.
All right, so special thank you to Upstage for hosting us tonight. So thank you guys, you and your
Definitely.
whole team. Thank you guys for hosting us. Thank you guys for sharing up. To everybody who's tuned in on the live right now, this is your boy Crave. Just thanking you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful journey, and the journey is only just begun. It's not even close to being over yet. So please, Dahsay Riddim, all of the artists here, big up to them because they did a phenomenal job. Every single song is a banger. So, and I know Ian loves every song because when me and him chat, I could hear it in his voice. Yo, that tune bad. All the tunes bad. He's so excited. So
I love
excited. I
it.
love his energy. I love his energy. So big up to you, Ian. Big up to the whole of Jambalasi. Brother B, Hasty, HD, Pinky, everybody, So people who couldn't make it or had bad connection, Valin. I know people shouting up for Valin in the live, so please
Yeah.
bear with us with the little inconvenience. But don't worry, big up to Valin as well. She tried. So
Right,
yeah,
indeed,
yeah.
indeed. At least we saw her face tonight, right? At
Yeah,
least we
yeah.
saw
We
her
were
face,
graced with the
okay?
Queen's presence. I mean, we should be
Boom,
satisfied, but
boom.
we can't be satisfied with just that. We need her miraculous voice to grace
We
our
need her.
presence.
We need her for sure, for sure. And of course, Pinky got cut off as well.
Yeah, and
Brother
Pinky as
B,
well.
anything you want to say just to leave us tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say to all the viewers, though, enough love, man, and the support. We are grateful for it. To the whole cast, man. Everybody in the cast, as Crave would have just said it. Big up to yourself, Crave. You know what I mean? Man, this is the future, people. This is the future. Give the support. You don't know
That's
it's
right.
love. Hasty, big up yourself, Skinny Banton, Valin, who was there, and Pinky, Jab King. Listen to me, though. So everyone on the rhythm, though, you guys did a great job, and Ian, listen, man. Ian, from the very first day, man, I was there trying to freestyle, come up with so, and I've landed and locked down, though,
Yo.
and that brought the
uh,
excitement to right now, though. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity, to the whole Mars International Jambalaya, the whole team, the whole family, for what I mean. I think I don't want to say think. I think they should be proud of you right now, prior to what you are doing, and that has always been my dream,
Definitely.
because I'm really, really grateful for the work that the veterans has put in. Zingo, I see you there. Big up yourself, Zingo, and I see you on the live. And you guys paved that way. You see what I'm saying? And we only walking it right now. Being grateful
True.
that you all pave it, so that the other generation, which is the younger generation, could feel the same way when that time come around. You see it? So I'm just grateful to the Most High for life. To everybody in the pandemic that would have lost someone, be strong. I know it's a short speech. You still feeling I'm feeling right now. I'm going in. I'm going in, Chris. So yes, thanks for having me, man. And it's always a pleasure. You see.
Awesome,
Missy,
awesome. Yes.
I must big you up. 100%.
Thank you.
Washington agencies, I must every time. I must big up. You were the first person to interview me in 19, in Power FM. I must big up. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. I feel special.
You are
I'm
special, yeah.
honored. I'm
Yeah, I must
honored.
thank you so much, so much. I mean, I know it was
Look
a
at
lot
that.
of us tonight, and it was seven faces. You couldn't find space to put all the faces. I must say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We definitely appreciate it, and for all the artists, I mean, from the production crew, I mean, love, respect, and we're gonna push the rhythm and do our thing.
For sure, for sure. Thank you. I'm always here to support. Always here to support. So it's good to have you all on. Thank you so much for being here on Upstage Rewind. I'm sure everybody in the comments had a great time because they were going in constantly. So be sure, look out for the Dahsay Riddim drop in real soon everywhere. All right.
Yes,
Everywhere
And
sir.
you
of
can hear it
course,
right now on the radio and internet. Lock on to every
precisely.
station, man, and it's banging.
I've been
Oh, I
hearing
must
it.
say
I've been
Bang.
something.
hearing it.
I'm
Tell
not saying
me.
something. The rhythm is now playing in Trinidad, so it's crazy. It's wild. Everybody's enjoying it, and the momentum. We just going with it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love it. We're going all
Mm,
the way up right now with this one. Thank you
all
so
the way.
much, everyone. Thanks so much
Thank you
for
for having
joining
us.
us
Yeah.
tonight.
All right. Respect. Cool.
Hey, wait, mommy is in the building. My mom is saying hi, brother B.
Ooh, Momsy.
One love, one
You're telling
love,
me, boy. Awesome, y'all. Listen,
one
we
love.
gotta.
Every time, every time.
I love how a half an hour
Yeah.
conversation turned
No, no,
into
but
a
get,
whole
but
hour,
but guess
Alia.
what it is? Guess what it is?
Yeah, brother B.
Look at that. That's what I was about to say before we leave. Though. I was just about to say, Chrissy, you have that little. I was about to tell you, you have that little African thing in you too, and then mommy just big up the thing. Though you see it. So there you go.
More than Jada.
Listen, I have a drum. I have my goatskin drum. My keyboard is right here. My pan
Oh Lord.
downstairs. We don't play in
Oh,
the street.
mama.
Yes, man. Yeah.
Oh my god. Y'all have my
Seriously.
cheeks.
You don't
My
you don't
cheeks
need to
are to
tell
me
them.
tonight. Oh.
You don't need to tell them that. Tell them mind their business. They will sleep when they rich.
Oh my god. Olia. Good night, gentlemen. Good night. Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night, love.
All
Have
right.
a great night.
Blessed.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Be sure to
Cheers,
follow
cheers.
Upstage TV Show on Facebook as well as YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Twitch. We're everywhere. And stay tuned for the next conversation right here. Toodles.
Peace.
Oh Lord, how do I end? There we go. There's the end button. So many people on the screen. I can't even find the end button.
No problem.
Later, y'all. Thank you so much.
All right.
Peace.
No problem.